Are you repeatedly scoring less than 350 for OET reading test? Is your reading score stuck below 30, no matter how much you practice? Are you wasting money booking OET test multiple times? Then this video is definitely going to help you overcome challenges in reading subtest. First, you should understand why nurses struggle in OET reading. The most frequent reason for nurses' low score in reading test, especially in Part A, is time pressure. Part A, reading test, gives just 15 minutes for 20 questions. Which means, you have less than a minute per question. If you try to read every word in the text booklet, it will definitely eat up time. Strategic skimming and scanning is very essential, but you may not be good with it. Another very important reason for low performance in reading test is limited vocabulary range. OET uses technical, academic, and idiomatic language. For example, transient symptoms is technical, obscure findings is an academic phrase, take the lead on is an idiomatic expression. You should be thorough with clinical terms, academic word list, and idiomatic language. Even fluent speakers may stumble on unfamiliar collocations or synonyms. One more reason for low score in reading is multiple choice confusion. Especially in parts B and C, distractor options are designed to mislead. Nurses may choose answers that sound right but don't match the text's meaning. Elimination and paraphrasing skills are key, but often underdeveloped. Another significant reason for low reading score is problem with paraphrasing. OET rarely uses exact wording between question and text. For example, text it has been mentioned atypical cellulitis, whereas in question they have mentioned cellulitis caused by less common bacteria. If you can recognize that in some instances atypical and less common can give similar meaning, you can easily answer the question. If you want to be good at recognizing paraphrases, you should practice with synonyms in grammar. Part C reading test features long, opinion-based texts with layered arguments. Nurses may miss the author's tone, stance, or logical connectors like however, in addition, therefore. It's not just about spotting keywords, it's about following the flow of ideas. If you are not used to reading academic texts with logical arguments and opinions, it will be difficult for you to understand the text and answer multiple choice questions. Nurses are used to scanning charts and patient care notes, but OET texts are denser and more abstract. The shift from clinical reading to academic reading can be challenging. Now, you should identify your strengths and weaknesses in the OET reading subtest. You should diagnose first before solution. But, how to do that? How to find where exactly you are going wrong? Don't worry, here you will see a carefully prepared checklist. You can use it to find where you are lacking. This checklist has 5 sections to help you understand how well you are doing with reading test. Each section has few questions. Answer each question with yes or no response. If you analyze your answers at the end, you can find your strengths and weakness. You can work to overcome your weakness. Section 1. This is related to time management for Part A. Answer these questions. I can complete all 20 questions in 15 minutes. I use skimming and scanning techniques to locate keywords quickly. I avoid reading full paragraphs unless necessary. I use headings, bullet points, and formatting clues to guide my search. Section 2. Vocabulary and paraphrasing. I understand common synonyms used in medical and academic contexts. I can recognize paraphrased phrases between questions and texts. I'm comfortable with idiomatic expressions and collocations. I review unfamiliar vocabulary after each practice test. Section 3, related to multiple choice strategy for parts B and C. I eliminate incorrect options using evidence from the text. I avoid choosing answers that sound right but aren't supported. I understand the author's tone and opinion in Part C texts. I can identify distractors and misleading choices. Section 4, related to reading comprehension. I follow the logical flow of ideas, example, cause-effect, contrast. I understand connectors like however, in contrast, suggests that. I don't get confused by long or complex sentence structures. I can summarize the main idea of a paragraph quickly. Section 5. This is related to test-taking habits. I practice under timed conditions regularly. I review my mistakes and understand why I got them wrong. I guess only when necessary and use logic to eliminate options. I track my scores and progress over time. After you've finished answering all the questions in the checklist, you will get a report of your overall strength and weakness in OET reading. If you have answered yes, it indicates your strength in that particular area. If you have answered no, it shows your weakness. By doing this, you can work on your weaknesses. If you find this video useful, share with your friends. Do not forget to subscribe for more strategies for your OET success. If you need printable form of checklist, please comment. All the best, nurses.